Hey, it's TuxBird, and welcome to my third build video of many to come. A ton of you guys are loving these build videos, and I'm happy to be able to make them for all of you. This video is for the Dark Zone players who want a leg up in the unforgiving landscape that is the Dark Zone. Also, I'll be giving you guys some useful information as well as some solid tips that you can apply to whatever build or weapons that you're using. If you want to see more build videos, then of course be sure to leave a comment and a like, as it is much appreciated. Alright, so I call this, get ready. The best Banshee build because it's brilliant and bomb and better and beyond every other build besides nothing. Oh, and it's pretty useful for killing rogues as well as being rogues. Boo, you stink! So here's an overview of the build. I'm actually growing to really love it. There's a few things that I would like to have changed, but RNG doesn't always reward graciously. Anyways, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the build, shall we? I'll start everything off with the high ends. As myself and plenty of others have probably recommended, the Specialized Backpack is a necessity if you can get one for yourself. Specialized adds 200% of firearms and stamina to skill power. This backpack grants you about a 20,000 skill power boost, so your heals and other skills can benefit immensely from this. Having this backpack makes it so you do not, I repeat, do not have to spec into electronics or skill power at all. Everything can go towards your stamina and firearms. The main stat rolls on all the gear in this build should equal to what you want it to equal. I'm sitting at about 5,000 firearms and about 4,700 stamina. As long as you can achieve numbers like this, including your gear mods, then you'll be doing some mad damage, yo. Remember too, armor is a necessity for any build in 1.4 and in 1.5 when it releases. If armor is a possible roll on a gear piece, which is everything but the mask, roll it. The next high end is the Tenacious Mask. Tenacious, increased damage by 10% for 10 seconds when using a medkit. This mask, alongside my booster shot heal, increases my damage by 20% when paired together during a PvP situation, and turns my primary into a shredding machine. The minor attribute is whatever it rolls for you, so don't worry too much about it. If you do, however, get an enemy armor damage roll down there, it's pretty good. Moving on now to the actual gear set pieces. I'll start off with showing you what the 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4-piece bonuses are for the Banshee gear set. 2-piece set bonus, plus 20% looted DZ funds. If you like the items that the vendors sell in the Dark Zone, seeing as many of them are now useful in 1.4, this is a nice plus to your manhunt kills and farming when inside the Dark Zone. 3-piece set bonus, plus 10% damage to targets out of cover. This is a beautiful 3-piece set bonus for PvP and PvE too. Since nobody uses cover in PvP fights in the Dark Zone, this is essentially a 10% damage boost, pre-packaged for you when you get the 3-piece. The 4-piece set bonus is really awesome, no matter if you play as a rogue or just like to kill them. While rogue, all ammo is completely refilled every 30 seconds. Damage taken from non-rogue players reduced by 10%. So if rogue is your thing, you take 10% less damage from non-rogue players, and you get all of your ammo back every 30 seconds, so it wouldn't be a problem for you. I mean, medkits will still be a problem, so... While not rogue, damage to rogue players is increased by 10%. No Dark Zone XP or currency is lost on death. This is pretty self-explanatory. Well, I mean, it all was, so I don't know what I'm saying. If you choose not to go rogue, you do 10% extra damage to the rogues, plus the 10% damage to the targets out of cover, plus 10% or 20% more damage if you use your heals. Lots and lots and lots of extra damage here, and this is why I love this set. Actually getting to the actual gear piece though, I rolled the armor on my chest piece, and I have protection from elites here too. Ideally, I would want health on it, but my life just didn't turn out that way. Next up, the gloves. I have a pretty decent roll on this, but it doesn't have the god roll, crit chance, and crit damage roll that I want, so... But it has assault rifle damage to complement my primary. Always roll extra damage for whatever your primary gun is on your gloves. The knee pads. I have quite a nice armor roll on these, and I suggest that you spec into armor if it doesn't drop that way. The minor attributes are all whatever, but if you like the field proficiency caches, then look out for that increased kill XP. And finally, the holster. Make sure armor is rolled here too, and look out for those really nicely rolled holsters as well. As for gear mods, I just have prototype firearms mods with armor. Everywhere. Same with self-heal performance mods. You can't go wrong with either of these if you want to stay alive in combat and deal tons of damage while you're at that. The self-heal performance mods are especially important if you want your first aid to give you a hefty portion of health too. Since I run booster shot in this build, I kinda need that health bad. If you guys need some firearms mods or stamina mods with armor rolled on them, there are one of each being sold at different locations this week. The firearms mod is located at DZ03's northeast checkpoint. It is rolled with 207 firearms and 239 armor. The stamina mod, on the other hand, is located at the safe house in the garment district in the regular world. It has a roll of 203 stamina with 252 armor. My primary weapon for this build is, everyone say it with me, the LVOAC. TuxBird, you're an idiot. This beauty has been my baby since they sold it 3 weeks ago at the base of operations. I have responsive, deadly, and brutal rolled on it, so I'm very satisfied with how it's been working for me. This gun, as well as the M4, are the two best assault rifles in the game for getting lots of damage out in a short period of time. And in PvE situations, getting the most damage out in the shortest period of time is what you need to effectively kill. That's why the MP7 was such a beast back in the old days. I'm an assault rifle type of penguin though, so those are the two weapons that I usually flock to. Get it? Because penguins are birds and there are flocks of birds? No? No? Well, maybe I thought it was a good joke! Also, to nobody's surprise, I use the Pokken as my secondary weapon. Its talents really make this a PvE damage dealer, so I use it to save my LVOAC's ammo when shooting NPCs. For the weapon mods, here's just a brief overview of them. Pause the video if I'm too fast for you. Alright, if your eyes are quick, or if you know how I play, then you'll know that I really like stacking headshot damage. I stack headshot damage not only because it's moderately easy to headshot consistently when PvPing, but also because I don't tend to want to have to rely on a small chance of hits to actually do significant damage if I spec in crit damage. Also note that my gloves don't have crit damage on them, so yeah, that's why I'm also kinda sad. Oh, I also stack headshot damage because it makes my DPS look nice and high, and I like feeling good about myself. On a side note, if some of you guys haven't gotten yourself an Omega rifle suppressor, they are a solid choice for a muzzle attachment.
You think the Dark Zone's a joke?
You can find yourself one at the DZ03 Southwest checkpoint. As you may have heard earlier in the video, I use Booster Shot in this build for extra damage against players. My Performance Self-Heal mod makes the health not garbage too, and it's sitting at about 67,000 HP for Self-Heal. The ally heal for the Booster Shot is actually higher than my Overdose, which is actually pretty cool. So, I'm looking out for my teammates, even without meaning to. I got you guys. My second talent is Fire Turret. People use it against me, I use it against them. I'm a simple penguin. For my talents, I use Critical Save, On the Move, Precision, and One is None. Critical Save saves me critically in pretty hectic situations, so I love using it. On the Move is great to give yourself an easy boost of damage reduction for a small period of time after killing an enemy. Precision allows you to get a tiny critical hit chance and a critical hit damage boost against singular targets. And One is None reduces my ammo consumption when I'm hitting the head. They all work together and it really complements the build. Banshee is an exceptional gear set for players that both love to PvP and hate to get involved in PvP when inside the Dark Zone. The 3-piece and 4-piece allows you to get extra damage against those players that 4v1 you and proceed to tell you that you're garbage. I've been having a lot of fun using this set, and I've even had some really nice solo moments with it too. So now I'm gonna play this clip with some really nice montage music, even though it's not even close to being montage worthy or even remotely good. Overall though, the player versus player experience when using this set alongside the damage buffs given by the skills has been pretty awesome. Like I've stated in the beginning, if you like the Dark Zone, then this is a really great set for you. And that's it. That's the end of my third build video. If you guys enjoyed this and want to see more videos like it, then please make sure to leave a comment and a like. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this. You're pretty cool for doing that. This has been TuxBird. Peace out, guys.